Hello to everyone, this is Joanna, and I come to you today with a haul video from Bath & Body Works. And I don't know how long I have on this camera, and I'm going to speak on something a little bit personal before I get into that. And this isn't to any of you that watch me, but it is due to something that came across my attention, and just something I feel that I may need to say that I should have said a while ago, but I try to keep my personal things off of YouTube and just discuss the things that are my joy. I will also be sipping on my tea here, no pun intended. What it is that I'm going to share before my haul that's personal is, I know that I shop in Bath & Body Works a lot. I have made those comments over the years. Some things in my life have changed that kind of took me away from YouTube for a little bit. When I said that I was getting off of here, and people thought that I actually lost someone. No one passed away, but I did say it was just as dire. So I just want to touch on this just for anyone who does not know. Now, any of you that are parents or aunts or uncles or grandparents, you will definitely, I hope, understand my message more than someone who is not a parent and just says things off the loop. So I do want to say really quickly, and I'm going to put this picture back. This is my son. This is Michael. This is a picture of when he was 2. He is the one that I speak of a lot. He is 19 now. And what I want to say is this. My life does not revolve around Bath & Body Works, even though I am in there all the time. Yes, I may do hauls quite frequently. And yes, I'm out there a lot. I have said that in particular to a couple of people. I have specifically said that I frequent that store 4 times a week. And I also have a day of the week that I go out there. And I just go to the mall, period, and look around everywhere and scope out what I'm going to get. It's just my Bath & Body Works hauls and my Sephora hauls that I bring to you the most. So I do want to say this. Now, I don't want anyone to feel like I'm pointing fingers, because I'm not, but I don't know how else to say this based off of what was brought to my attention. And I just want to put this out there, and I pray that you guys will understand, because I don't want this to be a sad place. But even though I'm in Bath & Body Works all the time, my life does not revolve around Bath & Body Works. I do not need to get a life. What my life revolves around is this little boy right here. And even though he's not a little boy anymore, okay, he is 19. This is my son right here. This is a friend of his. In this photo, he was about 16. Last November of 2017, a weapon was aimed at my son and fired. He made it through that. All was okay. He made it through that. And he was going to come home this past February of 2018. Some other things occurred, so that didn't happen. The comment that I found out about was not too long ago, probably a month or so ago. Somebody just ranting, and that's all okay. But the thing of it was, like I said again, I don't know if it was directed towards me or not, but my life, my world revolves around this one right here. My daughter is almost 30, okay? She'll be 30 February the 25th, okay? Now, the bus that I am on that goes to Bath & Body Works, because you used to always hear me say I'm out there a lot, my bank is out there, what have you, what have you. Now, this particular instance, that same bus that drops me off at Bath & Body Works is coming from Deaconess Gateway Hospital. Any of you that know anything about where I live, you know what I'm talking about. That same bus that goes out that way, there's Newburgh buses, what have you. So I even made a comment a while ago that part of the shopping that I was doing was from something else. I just never touched on what that was. Now, he is 19 today, and one of the greatest fears of a parent that I can think of is coming to the realization that one day you might not have your child. That you might have to face going on without them. Nothing that I would wish on anyone at all. And I don't know how else to say that, but I have all these pictures around. This is when he was going on 5, and I keep these around. This one is not a picture of us, but it reminded me so much of him when he was little. He used to give me hugs all the time. This was actually a picture from a residence wall of a place that I used to work, and I believe that she did the artwork, but she allowed me to take a picture. When my son was out here, I told him all that time that even though he was that big, young, strapping young man that he was turning into, this right here is all that I see. This is what I see when I look at him. And all that I can do now is pray that everything is okay, you know, and that my child comes back to me. And that's all that I'm going to say on that. I don't really know the circumstances. Someone just sent me a snippet of something. And again, it might not have been directed towards me, but just in case it is, I think people need to understand they don't need to be popping off about what they feel someone's life is, and they need to get another life, and they need to get a life, and they're somewhere, you know, too much. It's just that I specifically said to a couple of people that I'm in that store 4 times a week, and when that got repeated in that context, I just feel that's bad because I don't tell someone how to live their life. I don't tell them where they need to live. I don't tell them where they need to dress. I'm really very adamant and vocal on here about when people ask someone how they can afford something and why don't they spend their money on something else, because I feel like that's your money. And I don't feel like anybody should be telling me what kind of life that I need to lead, especially when I'm not telling them that. So to that person, I say shame on you, and you should really delve deeper before you speak out. With that, I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys what I picked up today. I did go back out to Sephora only to get the item that I discussed with you that I was going to get. And they gave me this little Kat Von D lip sample, Lovecraft, and I have lipsticks this color, so I won't be using that. But I did want to go ahead and get this lip scrub. These are relatively inexpensive as far as all the lip scrubs go. These are $16 or $17, whereas the other ones that I like are 30 something. And back when I was a kid, you could get lip scrubs and all that for like $2, $3. You can even make them yourself, and they've just, like, beauty itself is just really super duper expensive. I'd say if you want to be a beginning investor, invest in anything beauty and you will have it made. Now, I did go back to Bath & Body Works. And that's the other thing. You often hear me say that I get things for my son. I am using those things at the hospital is what I'm doing, because you haven't seen him in a video of mine since the very last time when he was younger before he left to go to Texas. And I miss him dearly. He's not, you know, gone or anything like that, but I feel there's a big chunk of my heart that's missing, knowing that my child isn't there, but they're there, if you understand what I'm saying. And I don't want this to be sad. I just didn't like what I was told that I heard. I'm going to pause for a minute because I'm getting kind of choked up here. Anyway, when you hear things like that and the person saying it is something that you have never ever said anything against, it's just disparaging. But I spent $40 at Bath & Body Works, and I wasn't intending to. I actually thought because everything I picked up was 75% off, I was going to skirt out of there with $16, you know, no more than that spent. She says, oh, well, if you add $3 more, you'll be at the 40, and I can give you 10 off. Well, if I intended to spend 40, I would have just used that, but it was so funny. So I got this. I don't even use these. I give these away, but I don't like these at all. So if I find someone that likes these, I usually give them to them. Now, what I did get, you heard me say, I'm waiting for their candle sale, actually. And there's a young lady that told me that might be Saturday or Friday. And I don't know if I'm saying her name right because I'm recording from my phone, so I can't get on my phone to find it. But it's something Madeline, something like that. I know she follows me on Instagram. I don't know about YouTube. However, if you do, if I butchered your name, I'm very sorry, but I want to thank you for that information. So those of us waiting for a candle sale, look out for Friday or Saturday. And any candles that you have bought of the regular line, even with a 10 off of 40, you can get an adjustment for. So I don't know how I ended up with a receipt like this when I didn't really get anything. I don't know if I have this spray or not. And I don't think I have the shower gel. I have a few things in a basket online. As to whether or not I'll order it, I don't know. The box that I was looking for that I have a lot of this stuff in, I couldn't find it. So if I do happen to have it, I will just exchange this from one of those newer sprays. I am not interested in the 1 in a million though. It has a gardenia tuberose scent. So if you're a fan of that, I might get one of the other two, but that was supposed to be 75% off. I got another one of these sheer cotton lemonade lotions. I do have one of these, but it's older. And I haven't been using it like I should. So I wanted to get a fresh one. And I also have every other counterpart to that line. The scrub, the cream in the jar, the mist. I have it all. And that was 75% off. This was 75% off. At first, I didn't know why I got this, but I spray a lot of the scents that my son is familiar with, and one of his favorites is Sun, Moon, and Stars and the Vanilla Lace, Victoria's Secret. So I've been spraying things that are familiar in whatever, the area that I am in with him. And this right here is one that my daughter likes. I had one for her. And I couldn't remember if in the package of the things that I separated off, if I got it in there to send to her or not. Couldn't remember if I had one, so I got a little one. Because this kind of spray does me well, that size. And the last 75% off item that I got was this. And the only reason I got this was because I couldn't get my hands on the lotion. And if I end up placing that online order, I will take the lotion out of that order. But I do have the gel and the mist to this. And then everything else I got was regular price. Now, this one I saw, I got the cherry one a while back because y'all know that I follow little, well, not little Miss Myra, but I was going to say little Kyla and her mom. I follow them. And I got that cherry one. Well, now they've got these butterfly ones. And this almost is like my butterfly bracelet. But they got these butterfly ones. And this was $4.75. So when she told me if I spent a few more dollars, I got another one of these and that white one that I showed you. But I got two of these. And I put these on my jacket. And they have the butterfly now. So if you ladies like these, y'all were the reason I got the cherry one. Maybe if y'all get the butterfly, I can be the reason y'all got that. And then I got some hand creams. And even though I holler I'm not crazy about gardenia, look at what I did. I went ahead and got the gardenia hand cream. Now my favorite of these hand creams, and I do have a favorite, is the Coco Loco one because the scent dies down to smell like the cocoa butter Vaseline lotion, Vaseline Intensive Care. Another favorite is the almond because it's a bland scent. The one in the silver that is unscented called Overnight Hand Cream. And then the Shea one. And then they had this coconut milk one. And I haven't smelled either one of these. So this one does smell. It kind of smells like that copper coconut. But I just got them because they were the newest looking ones in the bunch. And this is going to be fragrant. So this is probably not something I'm going to wear at work. And then you guessed it. The only other thing I got was pocket backs. Tried to get the pocket backs that I didn't have any of. I did get another cherry. So now I have 3. I did get an Ocean Rain because I think this is the one that I was missing. I saw a Rosewater and Ivy. I'm not even sure I'm crazy about this scent. I haven't tried the soap yet, but it was among the newer ones I didn't have. But I might have something rose scented. Peach Mango, I believe, was one that people were showing. And I hope that I got a Fiji White Sands in one of my other orders. Because if I didn't, that's the one that I should have got. And I will go back after some more of those. I didn't get it today because I thought that I might have already had it. And I'm not seeing it. So, I did get At the Beach. And I got an Ocean Citrus because I didn't have this one. And I see that I have 2 Ocean Rains. So what I might do, I don't know, I might like Ocean Rain. They had one rain scent that I really did love. I might just go ahead and just buy like 5 of those White Sands because that's the scent that I really like. However, you can tell I keep looking around my table here hoping that it'll develop and it's not. So, and I believe that's all I got. This made it home from Chick-fil-A because I ordered some chicken strips and they said it was going to take 3 minutes. And I guess to them it took a little bit longer than 3 minutes. And they gave me this cookie free. And I was eating the waffle fries and the chicken strips. So this will be something nice for me to snack on later. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy my tea now. And I do want to apologize because to me, YouTube is like my happy place. It's a place I come to when I'm trying to get away from the things that are stressing my mind out. It's just, I don't know. I don't even know what happened. I just know that someone that I loved watching, just, I don't know what happened. I just let the whole thing go, because I don't press the issue, and they're an adult. But don't come at someone saying that they need to get a life and not shop at this store when I'm not telling you what to do. I wouldn't dream of telling anybody. Now, I might not like certain things that are going on, but if I haven't directed that at you directly, don't come at me like that. I just think that's dirty. And here I'm dealing with something that you know nothing about. The same with you guys. You could be dealing with something that someone knows nothing about. It is nobody's place on YouTube to tell anyone how to spend their money, to tell anybody that they need a life and they don't need to be going to a store 4 times and they don't need to be doing 4 hauls a day, especially if you're claiming you're not watching their videos. What's it to you? So I want this to be a positive, upbeat video. You know, I don't want to bring anyone down. I just didn't like that. And like I said, I don't know. I do know that the person that sent me the snippet wasn't trying to start anything. And I would never contact this person directly and start anything. But I feel like what I said needs to be said. I am already dealing with something horrific. My son's future hangs in the balance, you know what I mean? And I'm just getting by the best way that I know how. I am fortunate to have a job where I'm off 4 days a week, so I can use those 4 days to be there and do what I need to do. But there's no worse feeling for a parent than when you have all the money, all the resources, all the right connections that you've helped other people with, that they see you as a miracle, and you can't do anything for your own child with that. Like, there's no worse feeling. I don't even know how to begin to say it. But that was it. Until the next time, I wish you all a great day. And until the next video.